Hey guys, I was gonna wait to do this video until we got a camera. But we're having some issues. So, I'm just gonna do this video because I've been waiting to do this video for a very long time. So this video is what's in my nursing bag. I think it'll be good for new nurses who have just gotten out of school to kind of know what you should maybe include in your nursing bag. So I'll just quickly go through what I have in mind, and that might give you a foundation for what you should get for yours. So first off, my nursing bag is a book bag. It's a Cowboys bag. Obviously, my husband's a Cowboys fan, so I am inherently a Cowboys fan. So in my bag, I carry with me every day, bring it with me to work. In the first big pocket, what I have is this clipboard. It's just a plain old clipboard. I can put stuff inside, and I usually keep that for like policies or procedures, or if I'm running away from my computer and I want to keep my information safe because of HIPAA, I put it in here. Otherwise, I can carry paperwork around with me, and like, I don't know, if I had to do an admission, I can do admission paperwork, and I can have it here, right here with me. So I take this one with me every day. I also got this little one, which I love. I got this, I just picked this up recently, but it's kind of a cool little clipboard. It is a clipboard, and what's cool about it is you can put it in here, and it does fit in my pocket. And it has just some nursing general information on there. It has like conversions of height and weight and all that kind of stuff. So that's really useful too. I do like this one. I just got this one, so I haven't used it as much. But I think it's something cool to have. They usually have these at any uniform store, so I would highly recommend getting this for a new nurse, because like I said, it talks about all sorts of stuff. And it talks about like deltoid and like where to do an immunization or a shot or something. So it's good to have. It's a good reference to have on hand. So I have those two main things in my big pouch, and also what's in my big pouch is this. And this is just a basic hold your extra pens, pencils. I have rubber bands, I have dry erase stuff, I have Sharpie highlighters, I have rubber bands because I work in geriatrics, so we don't have a Pixis, so we have just random cards of stuff, so I like to rubber band stuff together. And I always have extra Sharpie or highlighters, black Sharpies, and extra just pens, because as a nurse you're going to lose your pen a lot, so it's good to have more than one pen. So I just use that to keep that all combined. This is basically my backup, so in case I do lose my pen, I have some pens in here. And that's basically everything that's in my big pouch. And then on this one I have a second smaller pouch. And in this smaller pouch is really just personal stuff. So what I have in here are just basically snacks. I have lots of snacks because I eat on the go. And I have refills for some of my equipment. And then if I'm reading a book and I'm going to have a lunch that day, I might have a book in there. But basically the front pouch, the tiny pouch, is for personal stuff. The big pouch is where I keep most of the other stuff. Now, also in my big pouch is where I keep my nursing tote. My nursing tote's this. I just bought this recently because I needed something separate to keep all my equipment in. So this is what I like to call my equipment tote. And I'm going to go through what equipment I have in here. First off, what you'll notice is I keep a watch hooked to my tote because I don't wear a watch every day, but I do like to have a watch when I'm at work. So that way I just unclip it when I get off of work, and I clip it here, and that way I always have it when I go to work. This one is really cool. It has lots of pockets in it. I have a pocket in here that just holds a lot of my equipment, like information manual guides, stuff like that. Just in case I have an issue, I can look it up. And then my back pocket, I have my name tag, so I don't forget it. But I'm not going to show you my name tag because I don't want you guys to know where I work. And then on the front also, if you can see, I just got a cute little pin that says RN. Just because I liked it. It was cute. I have two side pockets. On my first side pocket, I keep one of these. I work with keys since we don't have a Pixis, so I usually have two sets of these. One's for one cart, one's for the other because I'm a night shift nurse. If you do have to carry keys, I highly recommend you keep a separate keychain thing in your tote, just so that you can keep your keys separate and take them on and off when you're at work. So that's what I have here. Once again, Cowboys, because my husband's a Cowboys fan. And I guess I am too, even though I don't really care about football that much. On the second side pouch, I have other stuff in here. So I have a pen that has several different types of ink on it. I recommend that you have one of these that works every time, because it's nice to have red, green, blue, black, all of those kind of colors. I'll go more into detail in that in a different video about how I organize my day, but I like having one of these pens. I have a yellow Sharpie. I like these better than highlighters, so I use this to highlight things that I need. And I also have a black Sharpie. I use this a lot at work, so I always like to have one in my side pocket. And then I also have one of my favorite pens. This is like an Ink Joy pen. I love these pens. They work really well, so I always keep that in my side pocket. The other thing I have in my side pocket are my scissors. These scissors are great. I use them all the time. Even if you're not a wound nurse or think you'll be dealing with wounds, guarantee you need a good pair of scissors. Mine are pink because I like pink and because not a lot of people pick pink, so they should know it's mine. I would recommend you put your name on all your equipment. I haven't done that yet because I don't know, it tends to wipe off, so I would write your name in Sharpie and then put a piece of tape over it. These scissors, I was going to tell you, are called fluoride scissors. So they're non-stick fluoride coating. The reason I like these, and you'll see all sorts of different types, but they're not silver, is because these don't stick to like 4x4s or gauze. Other scissors, when you cut, it'll kind of stick to the gauze. That's why I like these. These don't stick. So these scissors are really good to have. So inside my main bag, inside the tote, I don't know if you can see, has all my equipment in it. So we're going to go one by one through just very quickly the equipment that I think is necessary. Now, every institution is going to do something different. You may work in a hospital and they'll have nurses on sticks is what they're called. It has a stick with all the equipment on it. You may be like me and work in geriatrics, and we have equipment, but it's not always on a stick, and so sometimes I can't find the equipment I need. Regardless of where you work, or I guess the availability of equipment that you have, I would recommend that you get your own equipment every time, because it's sometimes if you're in a crunch or if you're in an emergency, you know, it's good just to be able to go to your bag, grab your tote, and say, hey, I have my equipment, let's go. That's why I recommend you're going to buy these necessities. First thing you should buy out of nursing school, first thing I got out of nursing school, is a stethoscope. Now, I know you all probably got a stethoscope in nursing school. That one's probably bottom of the line. Even if you paid $60 for it, I think I paid $60 for my nursing school stethoscope. It literally broke a week after I graduated. So I recommend Littman. That's the kind of stethoscope I have. This one's a basic cardiothoracic one, so there's nothing special to it. I'm hoping to upgrade soon, because they do have some that on this side it'll have like a volume button so you can increase the volume and it can show heart waves. That's the one I'm hoping to get. That one is $370. So I'm hoping my husband will get it for me as a graduation gift, since I should be graduating from my bachelor's degree program this week or next week, one of the two. Anyways, this is a Littman. Like I said, I don't know exactly which one it is, but this one costs about $200. My parents bought it for me for my graduation gift. I also recommend that if you have one of these stethoscopes, you get a little identifier. The back says my name, but it's just a cute little Betty Boop thing. Just simply because these will get picked up if you just leave them lying around. Doctors will do it, other nurses will do it, CNAs will do it if they have to do blood pressures for you. And since these are expensive, you don't want these to walk away. I literally left this at work one day and I didn't see it for a month. So now it's with me and it has my name on it. So like I said, number one thing you're going to get is a stethoscope. You're going to need this every day you work, regardless of where you work. So invest in it. Invest in it. Also remember that when you buy equipment, keep your receipts, because you can use it as a tax break. You can use it as a tax refund. So like I said, number one piece, if you get nothing else, spend the good money. Don't go for the $60 stethoscope. Go for the over $100 stethoscope. You're going to need it for the rest of your career. These hold up really well. I've had this one for 4 years. I almost thought I broke it once. Hasn't broken. Works great. So that is my number one recommendation. There's tons of stethoscopes out there. Littman's been around for a while. And also, if I did break this, I could still send this into Littman to get it fixed, because it has a lifetime guarantee. That comes with it when you buy it. So that's why I recommend Littman. So first, number one thing, stethoscope. Okay, so then what I have in here next is I have my own thermometer. And this is one of those ear thermometers, and I also bought refills of this. That's what was in my other bag. This one is just a Braun. You can buy that in the medication thing at Walmart. I wonder, see, look. I have the package. Braun ThermoScan 5. Literally you can find this in the thermometers that you can buy at home. You don't have to go anywhere special. I think I got this one at Target on sale for 15 bucks. The reason I like this one is because it's an ear probe one. I think they work better than ThermoScans. You can also get ones that just kind of, scan the forehead. I don't think those are as accurate and they're not as easy to use. I want something I can grab quick and just have anybody from anywhere use it. So even though these can be kind of dumb, you might sound like it's dumb to have, it's good to have your own thermometer. Because trust me, thermometers and pulse oxes are the first two things that break in institutions where they have equipment for you. So yeah, I would buy a thermometer. The next thing I have is I have a blood pressure cuff, and it's an electronic blood pressure cuff. So it's one of these. I want to say, I don't know exactly which brand this is. It's Prestige. It's Prestige. I paid a lot of money for this one as well. I like this one because it doesn't just show me blood pressure. It shows me waves of heart rate, heart rhythms. It also has this little thing, which I don't need, but it tells you like if you're too high or too low. I like this one. It also has a memory in it, and so if you set the timer and everything and you're like doing a ton of blood pressures, you can see how far back you go so that you can record them. Now, a lot of doctors don't like nurses using these electronic blood pressure cuffs. What I will say about this is, in general, what I do if I'm taking, like for blood pressure medication, I'll use this cuff and I'll use the pulse ox. Now, if the pulse doesn't match on here and it doesn't seem right, I always take it manually. If I have time, and there's no rush, I will always take a blood pressure medication, blood pressure manually, just because it's simpler and easier. But if I'm in a rush and I'm just taking blood pressure because I have to for some sort of charting, I use this. This is easier to go. So these go on the wrist, they go like that, you kind of put them up here. It has some, a diagram in here. These you can also get at Walmart, but I bought two from Walmart and they've both broken. So I don't really like, I decided to invest a little bit more money. So that's the other thing that I have. Now, of course, going along with that is I have my own sphygmometer is what it's called. So what I have is my own blood pressure cuff, basically. And this one is from Koi, is the brand. It comes with its own little bag. And so this one comes deassembled. I can assemble it as I go, but they're really easy to assemble. So let me just put this on here for you. And I got mine in a really annoying print. I got mine in a bright pink, like leopard print, simply so everybody knows it's mine. Once again, I recommend having your own because these also break, or you'll lose equipment because these are just stuck in there. So if you get your own electronic blood pressure cuff, you might as well get a manual as well. Like I said, they're nifty to have. I think they're good to have, and if you have your own, you get so used to using it that it's just easier to use yours. So like I said, I got this one. I didn't get a special one. I just got like the general, like average adult male, I guess, one, because I don't work in peds. I never deal with kids. But I would definitely recommend getting your own manual blood pressure cuff. That's one thing you need to have. And what do I have next? I think the final thing, if I can find it, should be, oh no, I have two more things. So the next thing I have is a pulse ox. You can also get these at Walmart. I've had one from Walmart. I dropped it once. It broke. It didn't really work again. So I spent money on this. This one is this is from Diagnostics, I think is what it's called. I spent a lot of money on this, and because I spent a lot of money, I get pulse ox, and I also get the breathing rate, which I really like. I like seeing this because you like to see the waves. If you're a nurse starting out, you can probably get the one from Walmart because they are cheaper, and just kind of start off with that. As you grow in your nursing career, you'll probably want one that's like this. It does come with a lancet, which I like, so I don't lose it if I have to take a ton of them, and it comes with like a little cozy thing over it because that's what it looks like. Like I said, I did spend a lot of money on it, but this one works really well. This one, because I spent money on it, also has a memory on it. And I say that, as you can tell, because I deal with, 30 to 40 patients. So sometimes it's nice that I can just go through, take a whole bunch of them, and then go back. So you definitely need a pulse ox. Pulse oxes are good. If your resident or patient is starting to decline, you can't figure out why, number one thing, put a pulse ox on them, see where their pulse ox is at, and go from there. It's part of the ABCs. The final thing that I wanted to show you guys that I have in my bag, which I didn't always have, so it's a good thing I have it now, is a pen light. Now, you can get white ones that look like this, and they're cheaper. This pen light is also from Precise, I want to say, and it was over $14. Other pen lights you can get are $5.99, but the reason I like this one is because I can unscrew the top and replace the batteries. Some pen lights you want to be careful of because they're only kind of a one-use thing, so once it's run out of whatever power it's running off of, it's done. So I wanted something I could reuse. That's the other reason I got it in silver. It's kind of a metal, because if I drop it, it's not going to break. I drop a lot of things. I don't want things to break. But I like my pen light because it has just the amount of light. If you go to Walmart and try to get a pen light, you'll kind of get one of the ones that are used for camping, and those are too strong for your patient's eyes. The other reason I like this, it has the pupils, so it has the pupil size, and it also has like some centimeters on here. Now you can use this to measure pupils, but also say your patient had like a small skin tear or something going on, you can just quickly measure it with this. That's why I like this. So this is something else that you definitely need to have in your bag. And that's pretty much what's in my nursing bag. It changes, but what I would say is definitely for first nurses starting out, you need to have, if you can only buy 3 things. You need to buy the stethoscope, that's number 1. A pulse ox is number 2. Pen light is number 3. Because blood pressure cuffs are good to have, but more than likely your facility is going to give that to you. Most of the time, if they have a pen light, it's going to be in a drawer somewhere. Someone might walk off with it. Pulse ox is good because I like to keep mine on me at all times. Stethoscope is a must, because if your facility is providing you with a stethoscope, it's not going to be of high quality. Let's just be honest. They're not going to spend that much money. But if you can get all the equipment in here, just to recap, what I have is I have a thermometer. Well, I have a stethoscope, which you should be having anyways. I have a thermometer. I have a manual blood pressure cuff. I have an electronic blood pressure cuff. I have a pen light, and I have a pulse ox, and I have scissors. Those are the 6 things I have. The other thing I wanted to let you guys know about is compression stockings. These are ugly as hell. I will say that, and I won't even be abandoned. These are kind of cuter because I bought these at a uniform store, so they have like the whole breast cancer awareness. These are very, very uncomfortable to wear, and they can be kind of expensive. But if you're going to be working in a hospital where you're going to be on your feet for 12 hours, these will save your feet. Now, you don't have to buy them at a uniform store. You can buy them at Walmart. They're like kind of where the diabetic shoe stuff is. I know mine has like all the foot treatment stuff, and then on the edge it has like diabetic socks is what they call them. Those are compression stockings. Buy a few of those. They run maybe $4 to $7. I would buy the compression stockings. They will help your feet. When I was working 12-hour shifts, I have chronic pain in my right leg. It helps with my pain immensely. I always tell nurses, buy compression stockings. You'll be surprised at how well they help your feet not swell, how your back won't hurt as much, how your feet won't hurt as much, So yes, I always wear compression stockings. I don't care how ugly they look. I'm not trying to impress anybody. And I always get the ones that go up to my knee because that seems to help the compression the most. So I think that is something else you should have when you start off as a nurse. So if you're just a brand new nurse going to your first job, be prepared, have a bag, have some equipment, and as you go, you'll kind of see what you need, because everybody's nurse's bag is a little bit different. I know nurses that have a ton of stuff in there. I know nurses who just carry the tote and a purse. So it's completely up to you, but that's what I have in my bag, and if I add anything to it later, I will let you guys know, and if I get a new stethoscope, like I'm hoping for my graduation gift, I will do a video on that. Anyways, hope you have a great day, and that's it for this nursing section. Thanks. Bye.